This podcast contains potentially adult language, adult themes, definitely drinking, and possibly sexual context. Listener discretion is advised. Okay, welcome to Drinking with Authors, the Literary Briefs edition. We're all wearing underwear. I am your host, Erica Lance, and with me today, it's fine, I'm trying to remember my script. With me today is C.R. Rice, and our amazing guest is J.B. Garner. Woo! 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 Ooh, if you let him, we'll take you on a long story that doesn't go anywhere. No,
yes.
Just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Absolutely.
Talk about what we're drinking. I am drinking my Angry Orchard Peach Mango Hard Fruit Cider. C.R. Rice, what are you drinking?
I'm still doing the Gatorade with vodka. Keep myself hydrated.
If you want to be hydrated in adulting, that's our new adult drink.
Exactly.
And JB, what are you drinking?
We are still working on our second bottle of Cider Boys Peach Country.
Well, we know your cider. Limit.
Delightful hard cider that comes in a variety of delicious flavors.
Did they pay you to say that? What's happening? This is
right. That sounds like a commercial.
I am just naturally exuberant about this delightful beverage.
Okay.
Bye. No.
Product placement.
Product placement.
I'm not. This is not a sponsored. This is not a sponsored post or podcast. So no.
But Cider Boys, if you're interested, please reach out. We'd love to be sponsored by you.
Absolutely. I'll take the sponsorship, please.
Yes. Okay, so rapid fire questions. You ready?
No, but that never stopped me. So.
Okay, it won't stop me either. What is your favorite book of all time?
Shit.
Gets everyone.
It really is a hard one because there's so many really good books out there.
Which one have you reread the most?
God, you don't want to know the answer to that.
Yeah,
no, we really do. We really do.
Actually, it's gonna sound stupid. I've reread my own books the most. I periodically reread all of my books.
Oh wow! Wow.
Thank you.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's so horrible.
How about not your own books?
Not my own books. Okay. You know what? Actually, what else will say this? The books I have reread the most are actually Stephen King. I would say, I'd say The Stand, Eyes of the Dragon, and The Shining are probably the books I've reread the most. Which is weird because I don't write horror, but I like horror.
Very cool. Okay, what is your least favorite book?
Oh wow. So I had a stint. This requires a little bit of preamble. When I first started as an independent author, I thought it'd be a really good idea to raise my standing in the community and help out my fellow independent authors by being also a book blogger on the side.
Ooh.
This was a really bad idea. If you're an aspiring author, this is all you authors out there who are watching this podcast, don't do this. Don't. It's a bad idea.
I concur. That's a bad idea.
You'll be yelled at and taken advantage of and everything, but there was a book. I cannot remember the name. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember the name of the author. K.M. Herkel, which is it was pretty much like far right-wing propaganda disguised as a modern thriller. And
wow.
It was bad. And it wasn't well written either. So it was a combination of this is horrible, boring writing, but I feel like I'm reading a propaganda piece. It wasn't quite like Turner Diaries, but it wasn't that far off.
Wow.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure book?
Guilty pleasure book.
Like the book you read, but you wouldn't actually admit to have read it.
Right. No, I know what you're.
We won't tell anyone.
You realize No, I just try to
Listen, that's logic. Just let it go. It's logic. It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's fine. Don't question. Guilty pleasure book. It sounds really bad. You think as a author, I would have a lot more books just in the front of my brain. But I'm also an editor, so I read hundreds of books for work, and I almost never get to read for pleasure anymore. I don't really have. You know what? I'm gonna make a bold claim. There is no book I have read that I would be ashamed to say that I read.
So you did read 50 Shades of Grey?
I actually
Right?
I have read 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I didn't. It was fucking
It's
terrible.
it's terrible. Well, so I do have one rule, and that is I will not criticize a work publicly unless I have consumed it because it's unfair.
No, that makes sense. So what
So
about reviews? Do you leave reviews of books you read?
no, I don't. I don't. Not since I've stopped my reviewing days because again, I feel like it's weird. I almost feel like it's conflict of interest as a writer. Like it's weird. And it's stupid, and I know that doesn't make much sense, but I feel like it's a conflict of interest as a professional writer and editor to comment on other people's works publicly feels wrong to me.
I mean,
Okay.
I can see it. I don't know. I think that.
Oh, I think it's stupid. I mean, my rational mind is like, JB, that's dumb. And then my heart's like, but and I'm like, okay, heart, we're just gonna.
Okay. So next is, what is your favorite book to movie?
Favorite book to movie? Now that I can answer. My brain will like work through the alcohol.
I see this. Do you like how we wait till this part of the show?
Yeah, you're like, you've been drinking, buddy. I'm not. I used to be much more the heavyweight, but I went like teetotaler for like several years. I lost all my
Feel like you're dodging the question there, buddy.
You are dodging the question. Not even a hard question.
Here's a hard question. So here's where I'm going to be. Okay, so this is not going to be traditional books, but it is written media. I will actually say the best overall, and this is like spanning an expansive thing. I write superhero books. I'm a comic book guy. The best conversion of anything that is literary in any sense, I think, adapted to a movie and series of movies is actually the Marvel Cinematic stuff because they were brave and didn't just ape source material, which would be impossible because a source material that runs decades of convoluted canon that has changed multiple times. Instead, we're going to take core conceptual things about these works and then restructure them into a coherent narrative.
Okay.
And that is hard to do because a lot of adaptational people, they run into one of two problems. They either change everything without keeping the core concepts where it is, book in name, IP in name only. Or they change nothing. And you can't do that when you're converting mediums. You can't take something that was a novel and not change it when you make it into a movie. The media, the change from a purely read medium to a visual medium, there's different languages. Film has a language that is different from a written work. You can adapt a lot of it, but you have to be brave enough to make the adaptational changes to make it good.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna let that one slide. What is
Yeah, I feel like that was loopholed. It's
yeah,
cool though.
it was totally loopholed. What is your
Yes.
favorite book to TV series? And you can't use comic books again.
No, I won't. I don't have to for this one. Book to comic book to series, mini series. It's a mini series, unfortunately, not a full series. But then again, a lot of really good when you only have like one novel, you really can't really string along a whole extended TV series. I actually like the original I actually really like the original adaptation of The Stand.
Oh,
The one with I can't remember the name of the actor. But yeah, the original I think it was in the 80s or was the early
yeah.
90s. But yeah, that original miniseries adaptation of The Stand, I really like that. Yeah, 1994 adaptation. Yeah, Gary Sinise. Gary Sinise. How can I not remember his name? He's awesome. And Molly Ringwald and stuff like that. I find of the ones I have seen for like a TV series, that one really I think worked for me.
Okay. Worst at TV. Worst movie adaptation of a book that just pitched you off. Which one?
Worst one that just pissed me off.
You're not allowed to mention any Stephen King ones because we already
No,
know they're
I
terrible.
honestly really did not like the any of the movie adaptations, the most recent ones for Chronicles of Narnia. Did
Oh,
not just twisted me the
Okay.
wrong way. I feel like the only good thing was why can I not remember the voice actor Aslan because he's got a great voice. He's in everything. Crap, it's not Morgan Freeman. Who did Aslan's voice? He's British.
I don't know why you're not just starting with Googling because your brain has decided to.
Right? I feel like you're like officially you're not allowed to go past like 1.5 drinks at this
Yeah,
point.
it's been a long. I feel bad. It's been a long time. I used to be, like I said, I used to be a much better drinker.
It makes it fun.
It does make it
That's
fun
why
though. Yeah,
that's why I should give it the perfect plan.
it's like Drunken History, that TV show. That's
Oh yeah, I love that TV show.
Liam Neeson. Duh, Liam Neeson did the voice for Aslan. Oh, and Tilda Swinton as the White Witch. That was
Okay,
good.
so
Everything else was crap though.
you forgot Gary Sinise and Liam
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson.
I'm
Yeah.
forgetting. I have not remembered a single actor in this entire podcast. So
I've noticed that.
I am batting 1,000 just in the wrong direction. So I guess I'm batting 0, but whatever.
Okay. Well, with that said, what kind of writer are you? Are you a plotter? Are you a pantser? Are you a plantser? What kind of writing do you do?
I am a plantser. I get a concept. I know where I'm started. I know where I'm going. I outline generally about a third of the book, and then like I need to write that third. Then I'll outline. Then I know where I'm going for the next third. Then I outline the next third. Then I write the next third. Then I outline the last bit, and I write it.
Am I the only person that doesn't outline anything?
No, I don't
No,
know.
you're not.
I'm a pantser.
Okay.
There's a ton of pantsers. Don't
I
feel
just
bad.
don't jump around in the weird brain that you have. Like,
Oh.
so the way she writes is she'll write all these different pieces and then go in and go, oh, I need the connective tissue. Like she writes all the muscle and then leaves in organs and leaves out all the connective tissue. And I'm like,
I work with quite a few writers that do the same thing where they like I do the big scenes and then I connect them. I'm like,
Oh, I
can't
do it
that.
all. Like it's all random little pieces and then I like string it together. Like if I could show you my G drive, like you would there's like 50 documents in there.
That is perfectly valid. I've met plenty of people who work like that, work in all sorts of different ways. As long as if you finish the book, your method is valid. That's all.
I like it. I like it.
If you're going at a good clip, how many words can you get done in a day?
I have written a 70,000 word novel in a week. I don't like to do it, but I can. And my general rate is about 2,500 words an hour.
Wow, that's still really, really good. Okay, Ciara, over to you. Gatorade and vodka. What's your question?
I think she's the smart one. She's I think the most coherent of us.
That's because I am hydrating as I'm buzzing.
And
I'm being responsible.
And you're properly carbing up, which
brownies and pasta, man. Brownies and pasta. Let's see. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
I'm a PlayStation dude. You need to
Why
get the phone out of your room.
shock?
Really?
I actually have PlayStation and Wii. I do a lot of not Wii, Switch.
Yeah, I'm PlayStation Switch and no Xbone in this household.
Really?
Really?
That
I
is
don't know how that ended
insane.
up being the fighting words, CR. I'm not even sure how we got to.
I mean, because Xbox, like, you get Game Pass, which means you get the same exact games you can get on PlayStation, but it's on Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I have the Xbox thing that I use to download games like Fallout 76 on my computer. I use it to do the PC versions of the game.
actually, I mean, to be honest, the real answer would have been PC because that's where I do 90% of my gaming.
Yeah, I gotta say, I do a lot of my games on PC now too.
Yeah.
All right, if you could be any animal to escape any situation, what would it be?
Well, to escape any situation.
Any situation, like let's say you're bored one day and you can't get out of a conversation, what would you turn it into?
The simple one, I would turn into any kind of bird. I always wanted to fly. I mean, a very simple primal desire, but just fly out of a situation would be great.
Could you imagine you were talking to somebody and right
And then just poof, bird.
into a bird and flew away?
Bird, I'm out.
We talk about the person turning into the bird. I think we should write the story from the person who was having the conversation with the person.
Yeah, it should be
Right?
like, what?
What the
It's
fuck?
like the ultimate diss, right?
Peace
It's like
out.
the ultimate diss in the entire universe. It's like the person was just like, you know what, done, and flew
Done.
away.
Bird, I'm out.
Where did Jake go last night? I don't know. We were mid conversation. The appetizer just arrived. He turned into a bird and flew away.
I don't know what happened. Does that happen often at this establishment? Because
Isn't that the third time this week for you? Yeah.
he's a regular. What can I say? He just birds out all the time. I don't know. Be more. I think he doesn't. I don't think he likes the breadsticks.
So, okay, what about, and then CR, you're gonna have the last question. So we're gonna ask this one, then you got the last one.
Okay.
What will throw you out of a story? What will make you not continue reading a story?
That simple. If the characters don't make sense, like if I hit sentences like they would never do that, they wouldn't say that, and I'm just like, nope, toss the book over my shoulder, keep going. And I've hit that in more than a few books. You're like,
Do you like reading paper or online?
I love paper, but I wind up because of logistics having to read online.
Okay.
I don't dislike e-readers. I actually do like them, but I still prefer paper if I get it.
Yeah, it's just you wouldn't throw an e-reader like that unless you like buying lots of e-readers, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Very true.
The gesture, we want to throw the book, but instead what we do is home button.
It's just like the effect of hanging up on somebody has been completely dismissed because what are you going to do? Violently shove your finger into your phone? They don't get to hear the slam of the phone like getting put down. That's the same thing with an e-reader.
No, yeah. But I have tried to violently press the hang up button. It just didn't.
I'm going to, you don't know this, but
I am angrily hanging up on you right now.
Okay.
Feel my anger.
Yeah, exactly. Feel my fury. Final question of the rapid fires.
All right. What is your absolute most hated part to write in a book?
Oh, it's easy at the beginning. The first chapter for obvious reasons. I have rewritten more first chapters than I have written books.
You know, I'm just gonna say maybe in the future, write the first chapter as you see it perfectly fit. Don't even bother rewriting it. Just keep going because it's gonna get cut. So you can just be like, exactly. I'm just saying things with birds and breadsticks.
No, you're right. You're right, because I don't do that. I don't stop to rewrite anymore until the editor tells me to, because I know it's going to be rewritten. So yeah, no, I've taken to doing that. I've taken to the exact thing where I just keep writing. And I just expect that the editor is going to go.
So you just sit down and are just like, let's write some shit that's going to get thrown out.
Yeah, let's get ready. Maybe it's just part of my process. I just got to get that first, like,
let me over-describe everything and just, I'm going to fix grammar. Fuck this.
There you go. String of letters.
Like I like it. Gift, just knock everything off the table. And
I'm a huge fan of the table flip. I can't do it as much as I'd like to. Think things way more than they should. But let's talk about what is your next piece of work coming out.
Next piece of work that should come out, assuming I don't get a wild druther, is will be the second book in the Godshard Odyssey series, a sequel to Goddess Tier. That should be out early next year. If I get a wild hair, I mean, maybe something else will come out. I've been known to do that. Where like, I got that book coming out, and like that the deadline is sometime next year. I got time to like fit in another book. I think if I don't do a sequel to my Dwarf for Hire series, my fans will kill me next convention season. So,
well, that will be messy. So let's not have that happen.
yeah, I don't want to like splatter blood all over, like, the Pensacola, like the Pensacola hockey rink.
Yeah, don't do that. That's only cool when it's hockey. So I like that plan. Okay, so where can fans find you?
They can find me. Of course, the easiest way to find my books is just hop onto Amazon, look for JB Garner. Also, I am on Twitter at JB_Garner_writes, and on Facebook at JB Garner writes no underscore.
See, you're much more prepared this time around. Look at that, back to back. Boom, boom, boom.
Look at that.
It's stuck in my memory.
Alcohol does help some things.
It does.
There we go.
Vibing at the time while I look at the information.
Oh my gosh, you have been so much fun to have on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, so this has been Drinking with Authors Literary Briefs. I remember the name of the show at the end. It's fine. I've said it before. I've been your host, Erica Lance. My co-host today has been C.R. Rice, and our amazing guest is JB Garner. So we will see you guys next time.